It gets in your blood. You start off as a server or a bartender. You get hooked on the people aspect of it. Once you get in, it is a divided business, where 50% of your business is making sure great food and great service, and the other 50% is how do you manage your business, your inventories, what you purchase, your labor, and your food costs. Hey guys, how you doing, bud? Pretty good, how are you? Good to see you, man. Good to be here. The crazy thing is, Bo had quite a few restaurants at the time and wasn't in this one all the time. And we were able to get together, and here we are. Now we're like 11 years later now.
11 or 12, yeah, because that was before MarginEdge started. For me, it was very different. I had never worked in the restaurant industry, but I got into it because I thought it would be a good business and thought that we could do something interesting with a couple friends and a chef that we really liked. What I was amazed by is how much harder it was to then operate it. Yeah, top line's moving, all your costs are moving, all your inputs are moving, and you've got a tight margin.
That no one goes into running restaurants because of a love of bookkeeping, right? They go in for a love of hospitality, people and food, basically. And that's what really brings them the joy of running a restaurant. And that's why I love what we do so much, because it takes away a lot of the pain that they didn't realize they were getting themselves into.
What's really exciting is that we started with Wasabi and learning how to build these systems so that we could track our own costs. And then 10 years on, we now have MarginEdge, and we're doing the same thing for over 10,000 restaurants. 250,000 invoices a week when we used to be excited to do the first few.
So invoices are the sort of core data that powers everything else. What you bought, what it is, how much of it you bought, how much it costs. And then we can kind of churn that data over and over and over again and give you all sorts of useful information. We can tell you about your prices fluctuating up and down. We can tell you your costs day over day, week over week, month for month, year over year. It's a sort of an awesome amount of power to have at your fingertips. I was in the restaurant business for 20 years. We never had anything like it.
When people get their hands on MarginEdge, first reaction is usually, wow, I didn't know it did that, or why doesn't it do this? Restaurants are complicated, they're ever changing. That is never going to change. That's why it's so important that we're dynamic and we react, we take feedback, and then we move on it quickly.
Simplify the process for every restaurant manager is really a goal of ours, to make sure that this is a tool, not a task that you have to do, so that you understand your numbers and that you don't have to be spending so much time trying to figure out why you're not making as much money as you should be making.
As restaurant owners, when we're building MarginEdge, we were building it to fix the problems we were feeling.
Now it's helping tens of thousands of people. They're using it every day.
And we're still finding new ways to fix problems or new ways to do new things. It doesn't end.
No. Luckily, the business is very difficult.
It is very difficult.
There's always room to improve further.